Okay. We should be good now? Are we? Awesome. Sorry about that. It's just that the audio manager that I use. Oh gosh. And I'm all over the place because of the fact that Sam Simulator is a game that is very difficult for me to run as I stream it. Okay. And it far enough. In the future, it won't be this bad. Well, I mean, mainly because of the fact that I will actually make sure that my audio mixing software works. Okay, we should be fine now. Boom, there we go. We have it now. So, did my headphones just die? That's annoying. The audio is working fine now. I mean, you shouldn't be hearing anything other than my voice. Okay, good. So today we're going to be beginning with our journey with the first major Soviet surface-to-air missile system. So this would be the SA-2F Divina. So basically, what you had was that the first surface-to-air missile systems, both inside the United States and the Soviet Union, were primarily oriented towards the defense of their capitals and major strategic centers. However, they were very big, very costly, and unable to go ahead and be expanded outwards to defend the rest of the Soviet Union. Which that was the case for the first Soviet system, the SA-1 Berkut system, which fundamentally did not have the ability to be built into Leningrad. Well, I mean, we're not talking about the first anti-air system. We're just talking about the first surface-air missile system. But I mean, a few Ivans with Dishkas is definitely a pretty good option when all things considered. But yes, so this is the first mobile system. So it takes you about 2 hours for you to actually move it. So it's not completely mobile, but well, it is definitely cheap enough for you to mass deploy these things across the Soviet Union. Now, I'm going to take a gander and assume that most of you guys have not actually seen this. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a little bit of a live practice. We're going to be going to Asunsk in the Soviet Union. I can choose how many missiles I want. I'm going to be choosing the standard loadout of 6 missiles. Each one of the missiles comes in a remote launcher, in this case abbreviated as PU, which has 1 missile per launcher, and you have 6. 100,000 what? But yes, I'm going to go ahead and give ourselves a radar reflector just to go ahead and just have something to shoot at. It only goes up to 12. The other 6 are on trucks, and they'll be moved into the launchers as a reload. 100,000 Ivan Vitishkas. Yes, that is truly the way to defend the Soviet Union from intercontinental bombers. That is wonderful. The PVO will be proud of you. So, also something else that I have is that I actually am capable of interacting with chat because of the fact that, as you might be able to tell, this game is actually not full resolution. So what you're seeing on my overlay is actually the full resolution of the game. I could theoretically make my own overlay in the future for Sam Simulator. The only thing is that the resolution changes so much between the main menu and each one of the Sam systems that to actually make a dedicated overlay would probably be more trouble than it's worth, and I'd probably need to have an overlay for each individual system. And at that point, it's just an overabundance of work. But well, that's kind of besides the point. So, every single one of these systems starts with it turned off. How do you turn it on? Well, you just turn on the button that turns it on. It is all in Cyrillic. Which is kind of interesting since I don't read Russian. I can read Cyrillic, but I unfortunately do not know Russian. I should have it instead of my databanks, but well, degradation after this fall of the Soviet Union has led my memory to be fragmented multiple times over, so I'm still working on it, but regardless. So just pressing that button, hopefully the audio is not... An Duolingo stream definitely needs to be done. And that, and a lecture series, because everybody keeps on coming, because whenever I raid into people, whenever I talk to the people, they're like, Onera, you need to make a lecture series. You need to start doing lectures to go and do your yapping. And well, I can't blame them. I'll probably do it eventually, but well, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, now, hopefully, just a quick little thing, you're going to be hearing this audio for, this is pretty much the baseline. Is it too loud? Just want to make sure before we continue going. It shouldn't be too loud, but I do want to make sure. Alright, awesome. Duolingo's going to teach you how to say things like fry insects, like they taught me. Oh my. I mean, frying insects is indeed a very integral part of doing anything, so, you know, frying those insects, yeah, I mean, I can see myself using that. So, currently right now it is in practice mode, or RK, down here. The R in Cyrillic is equal to the P in Cyrillic is equal to an R, so I just pronounce it like that. So I'm going to put it onto BR, which, oh, thank you for following, Slidezone! So, we just went ahead and put into war mode. So, we're on live fire mode, just like that. We also have a, right over here, we have a siren. It's just nothing other than just destroying your ears, so I'm not going to do that. Now, to go ahead and understand the system, I'm going to quickly go ahead and say the following parameters. So we have, as you can see here, the ability to fire 3 missiles at a time. This is for missile 1, this column over here. This is for missile 2, this column over here. And this is for missile 3, this column over here. We can only fire these 3 missiles at one target, however. So you need to go ahead and make sure that you lock onto that target. And a general Soviet practice is going to fire 3 missiles at one target. The North Vietnamese, in their own practice, chose to fire 2 instead. See the sound that we hear when someone follows. That should be the, you know, that, well, not when somebody follows, but when somebody raids, that would make sense. I might actually clip that. The only thing is that, unfortunately, I can't actually isolate that sound from the droning of the sound here. So, you turn it on. Now, this is a radar-guided system. So, radars fundamentally work by transmitting electromagnetic beams out and capturing the return as they come back in. So, what do we need to do that? Well, we need to turn on our transmitter so that we can go start sending out those electromagnetic signals out to go reflect off of our target. So, that's precisely what we're going to do. Boom, our transmitter is on. Very straightforward. But the thing is that for all of these systems, your transmitter is going to be, you need to go and actually connect the transmitter to the antenna. So, this is our little switch to do that. I'm going to keep it off right now. So, for each one of those three missiles here, missile 1, missile 2, missile 3, we have our own little live thing over here that will go and arm that missile switch. So, in peacetime, they're actually sealed by wax with strings, so you don't accidentally do it. But, of course, we want to fire at something, so we are going to break the seal. We're going to put channel 1, channel 2, channel 3. So we're currently ready to fire. Awesome. So, I'm going to go ahead and energize the radar. So now we have our radar signal going out, and if we want to go ahead and look here, now, the radar screen that we see right now is this following situation. This left screen is an elevation. So this over here is down. This here over here is up. The second screen is azimuth. So this is left, this is right. You can move it by just dragging along right over here. And you can see them being reflected with this over here. So this would, of course, be azimuth. So you can spin it completely 360 degrees around as you so desire. And I'm not going to do all the way around, though. I'm just going to put it back where it was, because that's roughly where we need it to be. And this, of course, is our elevation. So you can go and bring it up, and you can go and bring it down. Now, a very funny thing about this system specifically is that if you go ahead and bring it down all the way to 0, it'll actually get jammed. You can't move it now. But they have a specific button to unjam it. Crazy how they don't have like an actual thing where it like restricts the fact that it can't go all the way to 0, but they put a button so that it basically just pushes the radar back up. Very interesting. I don't know why they did it like that, but well, I was not here in the late 1950s when they designed this thing. Huh? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. So, all that we have left to do is that we're going to be looking for our target. Now, For all these systems, as you can see here, we can only see a certain slice of the airspace at a given time. Of course, in this case, it is 10 degrees by 10 degrees, as you can see here. 10 degrees over here, 10 degrees over here, 10 degrees over here, 10 degrees over here. So we're quite restricted in the amount of airspace that we're going to see, and especially for later systems, in order to get your focus that beam more and more and more, you're going to be seeing less and less and less of the airspace. So you're going to be relying more and more on your search radar, which is this one over here. In this case, this is where the battalion commander would be sitting, and it's basically just going to be spinning around. This is a very stereotypical kind of spinning radar. When you see something on here, it is your radar return. Of course, we have one radar target, which is our radar reflector, which is just a balloon. It's not going to be moving, and it's going to be right over there. So, of course, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be aligning ourselves up, just like this. We're going to be moving our radar just like that, and we have captured it here. And of course, all that we have left to do is to lock onto it. In this case, it would just be a simple right click, and you can see that this green light over here shows that we're locking in azimuth, which is denoted by the Greek letter beta. We're going to be locking it in elevation, noted by the Greek letter epsilon. And we have this bar all the way up here, which we can move up and down as we please, which that will be our range. Of course, in this case, we have to lock all three of them independently, which is kind of annoying. But well, and of course, our range here is denoted by the Cyrillic letter for delta. Yep, so we're locked in, both literally and figuratively. So all that we have left to do is to gun your fire. So, if you remember correctly, the image of the launcher is basically a missile on one missile exposed on one launcher that swivels. Currently, right now, we don't have any of the launchers synchronized to our actual track. So in order to do that, we just press this button right here. There we go. That red light will extinguish, and I'm going to be moving in. Unfortunately, we have not actually started warming up any of the missiles yet. This is this button up here. So we can warm up 3 missiles, 6 missiles, or all missiles as soon as they come in. We're going to be firing 1 missile, so we're just going to be warming up the first 3 missiles. You're going to be seeing here that the lights are going to begin lighting up. So we have 1, 2, 3. They're going to be lighting up. They're going to be warming up their gyroscopes in 30 seconds. As soon as the 30 seconds is done, we'll begin moving to fire our missiles. You can see here that this down over here tells you that they're synchronized. So this bottom over here, and then once the top over here which is Gotov, will ignite, then we know that they're ready, just like that. This up here will determine the guidance system. So we have 3 guidance system modes that we have. First is half lead. So half lead will be your standard mode for most circumstances. This is going to be leading the targets, and because of the fact that this is using a system called radio command guidance. So in other words, the missile in our case doesn't actually see where it is going. The way it works is that it will be basically, it's like a remote control car. It's just the radar computer will be telling the missile, hey, move your fin 5 degrees this way. Okay, move your fin 5 degrees that way. And it'll do that basically until it gets to its target. So in order to make sure that it stays inside of its beam, it's going to be doing a half lead. It's not going to be doing a complete lead. 3-point is very straightforward. This is going to go straight forward to the target, which is best used when you're dealing with something coming straight in, or when it's very slow. But of course, or when it's a jamming target. Yeah, it's very similar to it's basically a remote-controlled balloon shark. So you're just telling it so the computer here will basically be telling it where to go, in essence. So it's going to be just sending out little radio commands like that. And K is a special guidance mode used for low altitude. Because specifically in Vietnam, which this is a retrofit of the system after Vietnam, or during the Vietnam War, rather, is that American pilots figured out that if you have it on half lead mode and you dive straight into the ground very early on, the computer system will actually guide the missile directly into the ground. So it'll just plummet straight into the ground and just nosedive in, which is obviously not very ideal. So K mode will basically restrict the ability of the missile to go downwards when you're dealing with these very low altitude threats, so that you don't just go straight into the ground. Now, let me go and fire 1. Booshk. You see that this red light over here ignites and then it disignites. That is to going to time your salvo, so you can't fire it while the red light is on. All right. And we're going to be seeing here. I'm going to go and change the radar to be a little bit higher resolution. There we are. Very nice. Nicely here. And we await. Splash one target. And then we're going to be waiting for our second missile to come in. And splash two targets. Awesome. And we have, of course, our after action report afterwards. So in this case, we fired two missiles and we killed our radar reflector target. Now, without further ado, let's go and begin starting actual scenarios. So the first one we're going to be starting is the seminal, really, surface air missiles case, where, as you can see here, pilot Francis Powers got shot down in his U-2 flying over the Soviet Union in a spy flight. So, well, we're gonna be the SA-2 that's gonna shoot him down. Shoot down Francis Gary Powers. Let's do it. We're gonna be going into this one over here. Let's go. I'm gonna be doing this fairly quick. This is not a very long scenario, but of course, I already said pretty much all the things that we need to know. So I'm gonna just do this very automatically. I'm gonna try to narrate as necessary. So we turned on the transmitter, we're warming up one missile. We already have everything live fired. I'm going to be synchronizing the missile launcher. I'm going to be igniting I'm going to be connecting the antenna to the transmitter. I'm going to be moving us south, since I know that we're going to be expecting it from the south. Thereabouts. Okay, there's our target. All right. We're going to be locking onto our first target here. Awesome. We're locked in on an elevation, azimuth, and range. And the way that you can also determine the appropriate, launch envelope is through this button over here. So this will go and put the launch envelope on the beta screen. I'm going to do it on the epsilon screen. It doesn't really matter which, because it displays the exact same information. I'm going to go ahead and put our resolution a little bit less. There we are. And we're just going to be waiting until it gets in a little bit closer. I'm going to go and do a little bit of time compression, since there's not much point in waiting around here. This over here is a Su-9, which is a aircraft inside of the Soviet Air Defense's interceptor roster. So what the Soviet Air Defense has, which is very unique, is that it is its own separate branch of the armed forces. So just like how you have the Navy, Air Force, Army, etc., in the Soviet model, air defense is its own separate unit, and they're in control of surface air missiles, anti-aircraft artillery, and they're an interceptor force. That was a Su-9, which is at this point a very new supersonic aircraft, which is attempting to go for a ram currently, because historically it was doing a ferry flight to its new base. However, of course, if it's doing a ferry flight, then it has fuel tanks, etc., and it's not actually... I'm going to go ahead and fire right now. Yeah, I'm going to fire right now. Awesome. You should also have, over here, two contacts going... yep, those two contacts right over there. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, we have a plotting board here. This is kind of is like simulating all the radio information that you have coming in. So all the radio information that you have. So this would just be one target. This would be another target. This is another target. You're going to see that moving in, especially. Well, hopefully you don't do anything like that. Okay, good. I didn't want him to get in the way. I didn't think he would get in the way, but well, regardless, the way that it's something interesting that I want to need to note as we see our wonderful surface air missile system. There we go. Beautiful splashdown. Unfortunately, this system does not actually have a zoom in, so you can't actually zoom in. Future systems will have an ability to zoom in, so you can see a little bit clearer what happened. But generally, what you can see there is that the kind of the pancake effect would be the fragmentation warhead exploding. And of course, in order to verify a successful hit, You go ahead and go over here. This would going to tell us our height, the velocity, and the distance, but I don't know what's going on with the distance here. That's kind of weird. Anyways, you're going to be seeing the height is going to be decreasing, the velocity is going to be decreasing. Those are all signs of a wonderful, successful hit. Of course, let's going to close out our scenario and determine what we did. Well, unsurprisingly, I'm going to save the after action report. I want to have that there. You should clip that, by the way, for those who can do that. So we successfully managed to get a hit our first target of the day. So at a distance of 33 kilometers, we managed to shoot down Francis Gary Power, and with a miss distance of 9 meters. Fortunately, it does not seem very good for Mr. Powers, but well. Oh, we successfully killed Francis Gary Powers. We did it. We killed the U2. Yeah, it's a little bit underwhelming this first mission, but I mean, it's not the second mission is not going to be any better, unfortunately. But it is going to be. But it is going to be giving us a decent amount of time. So this is Operation Anandir, which is the Soviet operation for the Cuban Missile Crisis. So we're going to be going into the Cuban Missile Crisis now, which is interesting. We're going to be going into that. So this is, you can see here, this is going to be the flight path. So the U-2 is going to be coming up north, going to be flying over most of Cuba, going to be going around Guantanamo Bay, and going to be coming back up. Just like that. Cuba mentioned, what's the government? So true. So true. But yep, we have a lot of, I don't know why HPSAP decided to put so much text on here. Like, he really loves making these collages. Regardless, we're going to start this, and we're going to be here for a little while. So I'm going to go and turn on our system. Just want to make sure, because this is a great time, since we're going to be having like 10 minutes or so, just waiting for the guy to come over. If you have any questions about how the system works or anything like that, or what these buttons mean, I know what most of them mean. So I'm just going to get our system kind of ready to go. This is our main screen, really. Or like anything. So this is basically, yes, it is mainly a clicker game for the most part. You're not really, I mean, there is indeed, as you can see with the after action report, you didn't have the ability to export what you did inside of the scenario to, you're still processing the information from 20 minutes ago? Okay. I mean, we have about uncompressed 40 minutes here until, if we're going to see this, he's all the way over here. This is the only surface air missile system battery that we have. So he's going to be coming all the way like that. So we're going to be here for a little while. So don't worry about that. But yes, so to continue with my statement earlier, it's mainly going to be a clicker game. So the visuals that we've seen thus far, some of them have an optical tracker, but the optics is very primitive. It's very much shows its age when it comes to the game. The game though is only like 2012, 2010, so I mean it's not that old, all things considered. But well, that's pretty much how things proceed. So yes, so that's how it is in visuals. As I said previously, you can export the after action report and put it into Google Earth, and you can see, and you can slide around the time and all that. I don't actually have that ready and set up yet. I should be able to do that actually. Remind me to do that afterwards. I'll go ahead and just export this. I'll export this scenario so that you can see that. But yeah, so as I was previously talking about, so the Soviet air defense system, air defense network, is primarily comprised of two major elements. So you have your surface air missile systems, just like this one, which have the ability to go and get information from centralized control stations and all that. Yeah, you can see here, there's like each one of these little marks is 1 minute. So in 1 minute, it moved from here to there. So I'm going to actually just do ×4 just so that we aren't here forever. And I'll just continue to talk as it proceeds. So, oh yeah, I noticed that there's some more people coming in, so I do want to go and say hello. We're currently in SA-2 guideline system, surface air missile system. We are currently the battalion commander and the fire control officer. And this is our primary fire control panel. This is the bottom of said panel. This is all one big panel if you get in your seat inside of the fire control cabin. They're just connected just like that. And we're currently in the Cuban Missile Crisis. We're going to be shooting down a U-2 spy plane that is currently moving from the United States. We'll be flying around Cuba, and hopefully we shoot it down once it comes close to us. But yeah, so to continue going on. Of course, I do want to make sure, because this is indeed a very difficult game to understand. I do not understand that. Just that it's definitely, at least for DCS, like you can be like, okay, there's a plane, you know? Like there's a plane, and planes go do plane things. People generally don't have much of an idea of how surface air missile systems work. So, just, especially since a lot of it is kind of coming from not a lot of base knowledge. I mean, and it is true, the surface air missile systems are very complex. I mean, even inside of those who actually are needed inside of armed forces, especially those inside of third world countries, they historically have performed fairly poorly with these systems because they don't receive the necessary manuals and training, etc., in order to be operated effectively. So you have a great disparity in the efficiency of these systems, because for untrained conscripts who get thrown into these things, there's a lot of ways it can actually die. That it's a very difficult system for you to get your master, especially when you don't have all the nuances of how to properly work these things. Because there's things, especially with the SA-2E, which we're going to be seeing later, which, you know, that like this is the SA-2F, by the way. F is a later letter than E, so you might be like, okay, what's going on there? But the E is the most modernized version. Face one untrained. Yeah, I mean, that is true. And I mean, in this case, unfortunately, you guys are basically simulating those untrained conscripts. But hopefully, I can be a good enough instructor that you can at least understand what's going on. If not completely, then for the most part. But yeah, because I mean, gun is gun. Tank is a little bit more difficult with the fire control computers that are increasingly added onto them. But surface air missile systems, there's a lot of margin of error, and especially if you aren't smart with your missions, etc., then you can die fairly easily to a more experienced force. I mean, that's how you're going to get things. This is like the SA-3 shoot down of the F-117 by Serbia, which was, I mean, it was a good amount of luck, but I mean, it was also a good amount of skill as well, compared to the pretty abysmal performance of Iraqi Soviet air missile systems during the Gulf War, for example. Is that we have a very big disparity, and part of it is due to the way that they were employed. Part of it was due to crew training. There's a lot of factors when it comes down to it. But I mean, well, yeah, we're going at 4 times speed. Already 14 minutes have been simulated, and he's not even close to us yet. So this is why I don't like this scenario all that much. But I mean, I do have a thing where, so just for those new to the channel, as you can see at the bottom left of my overlay, there's currently a medal system that I have, where currently right now it is displaying the progress towards getting the medal for military merit, or for battle merit. I don't remember which specifically it is. Regardless, I'm also thinking of having a few other medals for completing games, or quote unquote. Can they beat the power of the... Well, I mean, you do have nowadays just very crude retrofits of surface air missile systems. Just kind of put, especially these types of systems, being put on random things. For example, I know that Cuba specifically has this system fully mobile. They took T-55 tanks and strapped them onto it, which is... Oh, that's... Okay. Thank you for telling me that I can clip the game. I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh yeah, you guys definitely saw that. 2000 hours Hoi 4 virginity medal. So true, so true. You know, we're not going to be playing Hoi 4 here, unfortunately. Or fortunately. I'm not all that interested, really. But, well. Okay, so we're going to be waiting for our good friend to come over here. Yeah, so for our air defense network, what you have is that you have your surface air missile systems just like this, and you have your interceptors, which, at least for myself, I know that for a lot of people, the idea of being an interceptor pilot is somewhat boring, as of course you have all the glamour. Fortunately, not bad game for play. The horn just. I mean, you do have a lot of creators, just like Boko and One, for example, who do really produce a lot of .4 Twitch content and just streaming content, which I mean is generally kind of entertaining. But I mean, generally for the most part, I feel like if a lot of those games are best seen through highlight videos and all that he does create, I don't know. I mean, the thing is that Hoi 4 just takes so long for you to play. So it takes you the Snake of Denmark mentioned. So true. So true. You know, that reminds me of this. I am really thinking of doing some more collaborations in the future. The only thing is, I don't know what games to actually play, since a lot of the games in my regular roster are single player. How much DLC does Hoi 4 now have? Like 8, 7, 6? It's a lot. They have so many of them that it's like actually cheaper for you to go and buy what their like season pass now that they have. There's like a monthly payment for the deal if you don't have the DLC. And now War Thunder's well, I do play War Thunder, and I do need to I have not gotten to the SA-AK yet, which is indeed inside of this game. We'll be playing it eventually. Right now, I'm kind of thinking that we're going to be going sequentially, so we're going to be doing the SA-2F, SA-2E, then SA-3B. Actually, no, we're probably going to do the SA-3B, and then the SA-2E, then like the SA-5B, and then for the SA-8, and then the SA-4 is going to be somewhere in there. I'm not too sure, really. I'll figure out exactly what order I want it to be in. Regardless, I mean, War Thunder probably will actually be... Oh, I have a thing going on here. Okay, what do we got here? Too many... Yeah. And pretty much undeniably, unfortunately. Just that the way the Paradox works, really, is... I mean... Yeah, I mean, I was pretty dissatisfied with all the reactions that people had for... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Where are you? Oh, you're all the way over there. Okay, never mind. I thought that he was coming around here. You saw us fly over Guantanamo. Okay. But yeah, unfortunately, Victoria 2 is indeed a little bit of a... Well, Victoria 3, rather, is a little bit of a mess. But, you know, War Thunder is probably going to be one of those games that I'll probably only play when it comes to collaboration, since, I mean, it's fairly easy for you to collaborate with War Thunder. And I know there's a lot of people who play War Thunder, so, I mean, I know the Scab plays War Thunder. I know that I can go and get, like, Airshow to play War Thunder, probably. I mean, I think he plays War Thunder. I'm not too sure, really. I don't know. There's a lot of creators out there. I just gotta talk to them, but I mean, I don't like talking to people, so... Well, that's how it goes most of the time. Alright. And it's been 28 minutes inside the simulation, and he is still yet to... Yeah, it's probably pretty entertaining, honestly. Right? It sounds entertaining. But, yeah, so... Yeah, that's really when all it really comes down to. Just finding a good game that two people can agree on. I know there's also occasionally a lot of Bear Trauma streams that are a very big collaboration that some people have. I'll probably go and get involved with one of those eventually when the time does come. Because, I mean, Bear Trauma seems kind of fun. Only thing is I don't have it yet. But once I do have it, then it'll be pretty straightforward for me to go and just start going on it. And the thing is that with a lot of other games, I got a decent bit of traffic from people going around browsing the category. This category has 5 followers. So the thing is that I would have said, hey, this is the first time a VTuber has streamed the game. But if you look at the clips for Sam Simulator, one of them is indeed a VTuber. So can't have anything on Twitch, you know? Can't be the first VTuber to go and play Sam Simulator. Very sad. But well, that's simply how things proceed. You know? Alright. And he should be coming out. The only streamer for this is a VTuber. There isn't another one. But I mean, for the most part, really, when it comes down in general to all of the games that I play, I'm usually the only one live with it. And there's usually other people who are live with it, like, you know, other times of the day. But I mean, Yeah, I mean, I'm probably the only one who's actually been regularly streaming it for the next few weeks. Is putting it on Thursdays. I might move it early on Thursdays. That's something I might be thinking of doing. Because I'm not too sure really when it comes down to my schedule. I'm still trying to manipulate my schedule into a way that works for everybody. So I might move it to be a little bit earlier. Uh, since I'm theoretically capable of streaming at 5:30, thereabouts, 5:30 p.m. EST. So I might do it at 5:30 p.m. EST. Wondering, and don't take this negatively, how do you manage the moire effect on your hat? I don't actually know what you mean by that. I don't know what the moire effect actually is. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that effect, so you need to explain it to me a little bit. Yep, and here we go. He's finally turning back north. So we're gonna move our radar to. Uh, oh, they freak out when I move. Oh, well, I mean the white lines are need part of the lace or part of the lacing for it, but I mean I don't know if they freaked out when I move. Is that actually the case if they freak out? Uh, but I mean I could possibly just like merge it down into like. Okay, I'll go ahead and take a look at it if it's actually an issue. Yeah, I might go ahead and like. I'm not too sure whether it's like a thing with the rigging, if you're kind of considering it like that, if it's a rigging issue, or whether it's a, what's it call it? I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, and see, where is our friend? Up here is our friend. Okay. Alright, we finally have our U2 friend, uh, finally has decided to arrive. Not a moment too soon. So hopefully we can finally end this scenario and begin going into wartime scenarios, which are going to be starting off with the War of Attrition. So 1980, 80. I'm going to cry. 1970. Uh, Starting off with that. Okay. Where is our... All right. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit higher resolution when it comes to our radar. And there we go. Going to wait for him to get a little bit closer. We're just waiting for him at this point. I'm going to go ahead and start warming up our missiles, though. I don't know how many missiles we actually have. Oh, we have more than 3, which is weird. I don't know why we have so many of them. Probably have the entire battery, honestly. So I could just fire 6 missiles if I so desire. Alright. And we're just waiting for our good friend to finally get closer. Alright, my friend, come on. Get in a little bit closer. Waiting for you to get closer and waiting for the missiles to finish warming up. Okay, the missiles are finished warming up. By the way, the gyroscopes here are active for 5 minutes. So they'll be active for 5 minutes, and then once they are done, then they'll overheat, and they'll need about 5 more minutes for them to get nearly cool down again. Alright, I'll go and just fire out. And let's go and see this intercept. This is the missile, by the way, coming towards it. I mean, I figured you'd assume that it was the case, but I mean, uh, I want to make sure that you guys know. All right, and there should be a kill. All right, we do need to see that it's a kill on the plotting board. Are you decreasing in your altitude? You are decreasing in altitude. Good. I'm just gonna wait until you get decreased entirely, and you just plummet straight to the ground. I'm gonna make sure that you're dead. There's just no way I want to go ahead and make. I want to be like, hey, actually, haha, you actually just hit it. You didn't actually kill it. I mean, regardless, I think I should have. I think we should have it pretty much down. Yeah, that was a successful hit by any means. Alright. I just wait for you to plummet all the way down to the ground. And... Actually, no, I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to end it here. And there we go. We have our second kill for the day. It had a miss distance of 10 meters. So, yeah. We successfully killed our second U-2 spy plane for today. And probably our only two U-2 spy planes for the day. We're going to be moving on to, finally, the War of Attrition. So, we're finally going on to a wartime scenario after however long this is. All right. Cairo, 1970. From the September of 1969, the United States ships 44 F-4E Phantoms and 6 RF-4s during Operation Peak Echo 1 to Israel. The 5th Air Defense Missile Brigade, defending Cairo, has 13 SA-2 guideline batteries and 3 SA-3 GO batteries. When they're single-handedly ending the U-2 program, I mean, this is the reason why the U-2 spy planes stopped overflying, mainly, because of the fact that they kept on getting hit. Because they're good when you're dealing with a scenario where you don't have surface air missile systems, or where you have a very decent amount of jamming, etc. But I mean, when you're just flying them with no jamming, with no anything like that, then I mean, yeah, they're gonna get shut down. All right. So okay? So we're currently at 10:22 a.m. the 30th of June, 1970. The IAF, which is the Israeli Air Force, is flying reconnaissance missions with Mirage 3 CJs at low altitude, with RF-4E Phantoms at medium altitude to locate the air defense batteries around Cairo. 2 SA-2 batteries, 5-3 and 5-5, are firing without scoring a hit. Well, let's go and see if we can do a little bit better than scoring no hits. We're going to our 5-3. 5-5. Are you 5-3? 5-3 is up here. I'm going to go to 5-5. Okay, go and get ourselves started. If I'm not mistaken, this mission has them coming in very quickly. Basically, they spawn directly on top of us, so we got to get moving fairly quickly. Where is our friend? Yeah, our friend is starting. Yeah, our friends are right beneath us. Right south, directly south of us. So we're going to be needing to move ourselves very rapidly. There are our friends in question. I'm going to get all of our missiles warmed up. And I got to get you in range. All right. We should be ready to fire. Fire 1. Push. How low is your speed? Okay, you're going very low. I just went ahead and quickly manipulated the fusing system here because we're going so low. This over here would make it so that the system itself will calculate when it wants it to explode. So it doesn't get confused by... Alright, splash 1! Moving on to the next one here. Fire 2! We got 1 good hit. Alright, let's go and see if we can get a second hit. Come on, come on, come on! Divide, divide, divide! Alright, you're getting closer. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Come on, come on. Make the shot. Make the shot. I don't know what you're doing. This is a very difficult angle because he's coming basically perpendicular to us right here. Alright. Splash 2. Splash 2. Alright, you're going receding now, so I'm gonna get you receding. Fire, 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 fire! Alright, let's go and see, let's see, come on. Oh wait, nope, I gotta change you in guidance because you might fall into the ground. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, that second one didn't actually hit. I guess it must have hit by ground clutter. I think that you guys are moving too quickly at this point. I don't think we're actually going to get another kill. You know, you're moving very quickly. Your receiving target's very difficult to getting a hit because of the fact that you're basically kind of, it's too far away. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, these targets are not going to get close enough. You guys are already outside of my effective range at this point. Hey, maybe you guys are going to go and come down. I'm going to see this here. Where are you guys? Come on, where are you guys? Oh, hi. Okay, well, you guys are coming in a little bit far away. I'm going to... There we go. All right. We have our next flight coming in. I don't know how close they're going to get, but regardless of how close they're going to get, I'll be ready to deal with them. I'm going to go ahead and... What's your altitude at? Your altitude is... Alright, your altitude is good. I don't need to go and put any special parameters here. Alright. Let's go and see. Come on. Are you turning around? I think they're turning around now. Yeah, they're turning around now. They're not going to get any closer. They're well outside of my actual range. That's unfortunate. Alright, come on. Let's go. They're going to get your turn around. Okay. Alright, so that one's turned around. I wonder if the second flight here is going to actually turn around or not. Yeah, you're turning around, unfortunately. So that's pretty much all she wrote for this scenario. Alright. Yeah, I think that... Okay, yeah, no, you're... Yep. Okay, they're flying back to the base now. Alright, so that's going to be the first wartime scenario. Yeah, you exploded on channel 2, but you didn't actually hit anything. That's interesting. I don't know what happened there. But we didn't even kill one Mirage 3, so, I mean, my goal primarily for doing a success, quote unquote, is shooting down one target and surviving. Or if historically they did shoot down one target, or however, just basically besting the historical record. In other words, I'm kind of taking the historical record as a par, quote unquote. And if I do better than it, then I'm doing great. So in this case, I killed one target, they fired without hitting anything. I'll consider that a win for our first scenario here. All right, let's go ahead and move on the same day at 6:18 p.m., 30th of June, 1970. The IAF is attacking the air defense missile batteries around Cairo in several waves, using F-4Es and A-4 fighters armed with cluster bombs. The ALQ-101 jamming pod is also deployed. The air defense missile batteries are firing 5-4, 5-7, and 5-13. 2 5-4, 5-13 report hits. 2 batteries, 5-9 and 5-11 are destroyed during the attack. Okay. Well, what do you guys say? Do you guys want to go ahead and try to beat one of the batteries that gets destroyed, or do you guys want to be one of the other batteries, 5-4, or one of the batteries that actually scores a hit? What do you guys want to do? Because if we choose the ones that are destroyed, then our criterion for success is actually surviving, because they're going to try to bomb us. F4, my beloved, that is definitely the case. That is definitely the case. Well, okay, we're going to be doing one of the ones that scores a hit then. So you are 5-4. We're going to be doing 5-4. Where is 5-4? My good friend 5-4. 5-4 is... Okay, you're the one all the way up here. So we have... Okay, so by the way, this is the actual missile launcher that we're using in this case. So it just has one missile here. And of course, this is our truck that is going to be used to go ahead and reload them. All right, let's begin. So I see that we have a few new people. So I'm going to be turning on our system here. We're putting it into live fire mode. We're going to be turning on our transmitter, our radar transmitter. Going to be connecting the transmitter to our antenna, synchronizing our launchers to our radar information. This one's going to take a little while. It takes a little while for them to come over. So I'm going to be... You're with the F4 on this one? Oh my. I don't remember which ones... I don't remember how they're distributed. Because I played this scenario a lot of times, because I really like this scenario. Because you don't deal with any anti-radiation missiles. They're just going to straight up bomb you. Which is kind of terrifying, quite frankly. It is terrifying, quite frankly. But, well... That's how it goes. So, I'm going to be waiting waiting until they come a little bit closer for me to start warming up those missiles. Primarily because of the fact that, well, it doesn't take 30 seconds for you to actually warm up those missiles. At the same time, those missiles are only going to be active for 5 minutes. So if you warm them up too early and you wait 5 minutes, then you're going to need to wait 5 more minutes for them to cool down, which is generally not very good. Since we have a few new viewers, I'm wondering what I'm going to say. If you guys do have any questions about anything, do let me know, because I'm more than happy to explain things as necessary. Because this is indeed a very niche game. It's a little bit of a complex game, but it shouldn't be... The best way I can describe it is fairly simple once you get to know it, but it's a... What do they call it? Like a skill curve. There we go. That's kind of how it is. Just that, unlike most games where it's kind of like very easy to learn, hard to master, this is more so kind of like hard to learn, but once you get it, like, you're closer to easy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Alright. And we're waiting for our contacts down here in the south. I think that these contacts down here in the south are going to be... Yeah, I remember correctly, they go down, and they swing back around. They're going to be hitting some of these air defense units down here. And hopefully, we're able to hit at least 2. That's what I need to do to succeed. I need to hit 2. Or, not hit, just kill. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. The only thing I need to do is I need to drink some more water. You know, I mean, these past few days have been pretty tiring, quite frankly. So, I mean, we got ourselves some more folks got put on our tracking plot. So, ooh, there you go. This is what jamming looks like, by the way. This is what noise jamming looks like. So, let me go and actually pause here real quick as I explain this. So, jamming basically, when you're sending out noise like this, it's... yep, this is ECM. So, this is just a noise jamming pod. I mean, inside of the scenarios themselves, there's no deception jamming, but I will show you after this what deception jamming looks like, because that's pretty tricky to deal with. But, well, that's besides the point. So this is basically a beam right here. So when it comes to your electronic countermeasures, your jamming pods, it basically will tell you, hey, there's a point in the sky that is jamming this, because it's kind of like, the best way I can describe it is that it's like a flashlight that's really, really bright, that's going straight into your eyes. Like, you can tell, hey, it's right over there, you know, like that big flashlight that's blinding me. It's right there. It's at this elevation. It's that azimuth. But you don't actually know the range, which that's the main thing it denies you. It denies you range. You don't know where... Because our target could be right here. It could be right here. Granted, of course, once you get close enough, you can burn through it where the returns that you have are strong enough. But, well, these are pretty big standoff jammers, so you're not going to be expecting that. Alright. You know, these are our good friends over here. So I don't know which ones are actually going to get close enough first. Whether it's going to be these ones in the south that are coming up first, or whether these ones here in the east that are going to be coming up first. I don't know who's coming first, who's coming last, but, well, that's why I'm currently right here at the battalion commander perspective, trying to see who's going where, who's going for what, and moving ourselves accordingly. I'm probably going to start probably start activating the first 3 missiles. And once we fire the first missile, and I'll activate the other 3 missiles, and get the entire air defense battery online. All right. And you guys are flying up. I'm at 4 times speed, by the way. So I mean, that's the maximum that I can do. I'm trying my best here to make sure that you go as speedily as possible. Yeah. Here's some of those guys who are coming up here for the moment. I don't know where the other ones are. Wonder if they're... Why are they getting them? Okay, they're kind of tricky. They're like behind. Okay, they're like directly behind. You can see that little flashing thing right over there. That's the other contacts there. But we have this group up here that's coming in first. I'm going to lock onto just one of them, the group, for the moment. There's not much that they can do for the moment, really. I mean, there's no anti-radiation missiles yet that Israel has at their disposal. So I can just freely emit my radar with zero concerns for getting killed. Unless they want to go ahead and strafe me and bomb me, which, I mean, that is what they did historically to some of these air defense sites. It's coming in very, very low You can see here, 8 is enemy, if I'm not mistaken, that little 8 there. 2 over there is the amount of units inside of the unit, inside of the flight. This is just a track number, so that's just a track number. And this 4 is the height in hectometers. So currently it is 400 meters up, which is very close to the ground. They're very close to the ground here. So I'm actually going to go and put our special mode here. Because our height is less than 1 kilometer. So I'm going to put that on. That's going to help when it comes to... Oh, I didn't realize I paused there. That's going to help primarily when it comes to us not accidentally jamming our radar up. It's basically going to electronically move the beam a little bit up so that we don't jam the radar by going all the way down to 0. I mean, right now it's kind of at 0, honestly. But I do have to be very careful about that fact. All right. And they're currently at about 75 kilometers out. So we're just waiting for them to come a little bit closer. You know, we're going to be waiting for our good friends to go ahead and just come very much like that. I'll make sure that there's none of the other ones. Because it does look like on here. Oh, hi, hello. There's apparently folks that are right next to me here. Hold on a second. I'm going to warm up these missiles. Wait a quick second. Oh, hi. I didn't realize that you guys are going to be coming in so close. I thought that the ones from the south were going to be coming in first. I've never actually played on this battery before, so... Alright. Alright. Hello, my good friends. Alright. I'm going to be putting us on K guidance methods because we're going very close to the ground. We're going to put us on a little bit higher resolution. And we're currently waiting for these guys to come in a little bit closer. Alright. And here we go. First firing of the day. Pushk! Fire 1! I'm going to warm up the next 3 missiles as we wait for these next ones to come in. Alright, let's go and watch these come in. You know, okay, yeah, you guys are going to be going back there. So, I mean, I should have done this one from the beginning anyways. Alright. Let's wait here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Get closer. Get closer. Let's do this. Alright. And... what are we waiting for here? Alright. Go, one hit. Alright, I'm gonna be getting the next one. The next one is currently going back. That's not good. Alright. No, you're a receding target now. You know, I'm not gonna be able to get you again. There are some up here that are up north, apparently? Is this true? Have any guys up here in the north? Okay, we also have some of them down here in the south. Let me go and see what we have here. Okay, we have a new group of enemy fighters. Okay, well, you guys are... okay, we have some of the... okay, yeah, we have you guys coming back around. Oh, we have 12? What is track 531 doing over there? Hold on, give me a quick second. What are you doing, my good friend? Are you actually over there? I mean to do that. Oh, are you how close do you say that you are? You know, I'm gonna do a little bit of trolling. I don't know if this is the greatest idea, but I do think I will be able to go ahead and kill this jamming target. So the way you kill jamming targets here is that I put it on 11 seconds mode, so it will just automatically arm the radar proximity fuse at 11 seconds after firing, and I also put it onto 3-point mode. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like we should be having you. I don't know if we'll actually be able to get him, but Oh, what's going on here with you? Okay, I think that failed there. Unfortunate. I think that you're withdrawing. That's the main issue. I think that if I captured it as he was coming in, I would have been able to get him. You know, you're not now you're a seeding target. You're not gonna be. I'm not gonna be able to get you. Sad. Almost got a jamming kill. Unfortunate. I know you guys are farther. The reason why it shows up like that is because of the fact that we're currently at the shorter resolution. If I went to our bigger resolution, you'd see them up there. That these little. I don't know why they're like these lines, but I mean, those are kind of like faint returns. That's kind of how the computer system interprets them. And we have these targets up here, but they're also receding. You know, I think that we kind of missed our chance here, unfortunately. I want to go and get something more than just one kill. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit complex, but I mean, yeah, we killed one A4. I'm fine. All right, have a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and try that again because I want to go and get another kill. I want to get 2 kills at the very least. So we were, which one were we? 5-4, 5-4, kill. All right. All right, so we have these new contacts coming in. And of course, we're going to be moving these new contacts. Oh, these contacts are going to be moving from here. And I'm going down south. I don't think I'm going to be able to get these ones, if I remember correctly. But the ones that are going to be coming in from the right to our east, those ones are going to be the ones that we're going to be firing at. Hopefully, I'm quicker than last time. And I'm able to rapidly start slamming them down. Which should work well. Should work well. But, well, we're going to see how things go. Oh, wait, I just realized I can actually go ahead and clip my own because I have, as I already said, this is not actually a full resolution screen game, so I have all my OBS overlays and like docs and all that kind of later on the screen. It's actually quite foul, quite frankly, but well, foul or not, this is the way it works, so what works, you know? And I mean, it's working quite well, I think, right now. I mean, it's definitely probably the most scuffed setup that somebody has done in a while, but well, scuffed or not, it works, you know, because I love this game, quite frankly. So I'll you know, people do extraordinary things for the things they love, and well, for a lot of people, it's the people in their lives. I mean, that's the same for myself as well. But in this case, my extraordinary act of love is completely and utterly tearing apart my computer and my OBS to go ahead and stream this game. All right. We have our hacking group down here, moving in. Hopefully we have our next group spawning in fairly soon, as soon as they show up on our radar. And there we go, that's our group, and that is going to be our first catches of the day. It'll be our good friends over here. And one of these here, of course, is indeed our jamming target. So I'll need to make sure that that one does... I'll need to kill that one and give special care to it. But the other one... Yeah, let me make sure that, you know, we're all good. I'm down to everything. Oh, hi. Okay, there's our target. Alright, I'm going to lock it up. Locked in. Alright, I'm going to put our... I like having my launch envelope on my beta screen. I don't like it on my Epsilon screen for some reason. I don't know what. I mean, it's a personal preference. I mean, I can just... Shows the same information. You can also, like, remove a lot of, like, the, all, like, the returns and all that, if I so desire. But, I mean, I like having, like, the extra noise and all that. One thing you guys might also realize is that yes, my chat is indeed modeled after this. It's inspired by it. Um, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right. And let's see. How are... Oh, I can go and do that to go and see that. Okay, cool. We're not actually less than 1 kilometer down. Based indeed. Based on the SA-2, SA-2 guidelines radar return screen. That is what it is based on. Yes. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce our resolution here since we're gonna be coming into the maximum in this case. Once you reduce the resolution is 55 kilometers. By the way, I'm gonna go and start it once they get to 44. Once they get to 44, then I'm gonna go and start warming up the missiles. I'm gonna start warm up the first 3. All right, I'm gonna warm up the first 3 now. Awesome. Oh, yeah, this one lined up. What about the next 3? This one's lined up, and this one's lined up. I'm gonna put all these to K. Generally, the fighters in this game don't actually do a lot of maneuvering, but regardless, I still think it's very good practice for me to practice just putting it into K mode as necessary, as the launch parameters dictate. All right. I was waiting for this line to go into this line over here, and once that happens, we're pretty much set. I do like to go and wait a little bit longer. I don't like just firing it immediately. So I consider that to be bad practice. And fire 1. Now, something some experienced players do is that they go ahead and fire another one at 3-point guidance. The thing with 3-point guidance is that if you do it like that, then... Oh, and you're turning around now. Which is a shame. Yeah. Coughing a little bit there. I apologize. Hopefully that didn't appear on stream. Alright, we gotta do this... Oh. Hello? Okay. Sure. Don't hit if you want to. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Yikes, I did worse this time than last time. Well, hopefully I can go and take down our 2 jamming creatures over here. Let's go and get ourselves back lined up here. Where are they? I don't know where they went. There are 2 jammers. Huh. They should be inside of this quadrant. Maybe I need to move a little bit further up. Where are you? It shouldn't be this hard for me to get a notice. Oh, hi. There you are. All right. Did you just dive down into the ground? Seek ground cover. I think it just did that. I think that the AI just went ahead and just ducked behind that ground clutter there. That's fascinating. I've never seen it do that before. Hmm. That's unfortunate. I think I did worse this time. Yeah, I think I did. Well, I'll go ahead and count the previous one as a victory, and I'll go ahead and move on to the next scenario real quick. Actually, no. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what deception jamming looks like. I'll go to our training center here. I'm going to go ahead and just give us a B-52. Target practice. I'm going to go and give ourselves a Angle jamming. There we go. Go ahead and give ourselves that target over there. I'm just gonna go give myself the standard 6 missiles, just like that. And of course, that's gonna get ourselves. Alright, let's go ahead and wait for this guy to cut a little bit closer. And once we get a little bit closer, I'll go and go show you guys exactly what angle deception jamming looks like. So the thing is that this radar system works in a way where it doesn't actually scan everything at the same time. So it actually starts like over here, for example, and it'll go ahead and scan just like that. So the way that this system works, that this jamming system works, is that it actually takes advantage of that fact. So it will go and send out erroneous signals. You can see right now, it kind of looks like if it's dancing from side to side, and it kind of looks like if it's a frowny face, right? Well, that's because of the fact it's using angle deception jamming. So it's not actually doing that. And in fact, it's actually tricking the automatic, it's actually tricking when it does that, the automatic, what's it called? Tracking method. So in order to actually track it, I actually turn off all of my tracking methodology. And boom, now it just kind of looks a little bit smiley, but I mean, that's it. So I'm going to go and fire here. I have to fire at 3-point in order to go and do it, since otherwise I can't actually log onto it automatically anymore. I'm just going to just very quickly adjust it kind of like this, which is tricky. It's tricky, undeniably, but I mean, I have faith in myself, so I mean, I'm not too concerned, but well, I did put it on the 11-second mode, so the radar proximity fuse, the radio proximity fuse, isn't already active. So as soon as it's close to it, its target. Oh, I forgot. I forgot on that screen. Is he gonna have enough energy to climb up? Or is it gonna be enough to? Nope, that one missed. The fact that I wasn't paying enough attention. Sorry, a second one here. Oh yeah, and I can also just abort that. Oh, that one already died there. But I mean, this is going to kill it if you needed to do so. All right, gotta get you in better shape and elevation here. I keep on forgetting to move the elevation up. Oh, I'm oversensitive here. There we go. Yep. Oh, that's why, because of the fact that I have the... And I can see how difficult it is. In real life, the manual tracking is actually done by 3 people with a gate, with an actual wheel. So there's one person who has the wheel on azimuth, one person who has the wheel on elevation, one person who has the wheel for range, and they just manually see the returns. So I'm kind of doing the job of multiple people right now, which is very tricky. I don't like it. And yeah, in order to get too close. But you can see this, it is very difficult when you're trying to do it just one person from the automatic screen, dealing with deception jamming like that. The other jamming methods are a little bit easier to deal with, but I mean, at least in this system, but I mean, that's mainly because the fact this is so old, is that the newer methods are meant for newer systems. Get back to our war of attrition here. So we are going to be going here. All right, so 7:15. 30th of June, 1970. The IAF is attacking the air defense missile batteries around waves. Okay. Alright, 5-5 and 5-16 report hits. I'm actually going to be going to do this time. Okay, what do we have? Okay, so what I'm actually going to be doing here is I'm going to be going to do our 5-10. I want to get bombed. In other words, I want to make sure that I want to go and show you guys how that goes. Which also means that we're going to be partly by virtue of the fact that they're going to be coming over to us to actually bomb us. We're going to be getting a lot more kills because they're actually going to be just going straight towards us, which is going to be quite nice. Also kind of terrifying, but well, our job is not to be not to going to sit inside of these comfy seats and look posh and all that. We have a job to do. And by all means, I intend to do it. So we're going to be waiting for our target to come in. If I'm not mistaken, it is going to be these two over here that are going to be trying to do the bombing run. So I have 2 targets that I need to kill. I intend to splash both of them as soon as they get within range. Of course, we're at 4 times speed at the moment. So, doing well, doing well. I'm probably going to have this to be a little bit of a shorter stream because because something I do like to do a lot is, well, something I do intend to do is that I want to go and have the sea power scenarios be real life scenarios that I've researched. Either real life Soviet exercises or replicating real events or otherwise things along those nature, or just things that are kind of historical fiction that are not just the stereotypical, hey, World War III broke out and I just chose these units because I thought that they would be pretty together. You know? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I mean, people are well within their rights to do something like that. I mean, I'm not going to gatekeep scenario creation and sea power. That's kind of a weird thing to gatekeep, but I mean, I do like, I don't know, I mean, I do generally enjoy doing research. So if I can do that in a way that is equally productive for myself. Oh, what do we have here? Hello. We have people coming in. All right, we got these 2 jokers coming in very quickly. These guys are going to be going up here. They're going to be kind of swooping it down up. I don't think that, there's like a, I don't know what these things, little markings here are, but I do know that these guys are on the map are going to be coming down south. They're going to be trying to bomb me. And, well, I don't want to get bombed. I mean, hopefully that is indeed an understandable sentiment, really. Generally, being bombed is seen as a negative outcome. I think I'm actually locked onto the wrong group. Oh, hi. I was locked onto the wrong group. Good thing I checked my thing over here. They are getting close. I'm going to go ahead and get my missiles going. I'm going to be reducing our range. And there we go. All right. I'm going to be putting on our K-lead for everybody. I'm going to be putting on our manual. This over here is just the... I don't know if I explained it well previously. I'll explain it again. Is that whenever it's red like this, our system is actually telling it, hey, detonate now. Of course, it's going to have less accuracy. But the concern is that when you're so close to the ground like this, because right now it is basically 100 meters away from the ground, the concern that you have is that the radar proximity fuse will bounce off of the ground and it'll just detonate as soon as it gets activated, which is not good. You don't want it to detonate prematurely. Premature detonation is generally frowned upon. So, all right. And we have these jokers coming in. I'm going to start firing once they get to, all right. And wait for you to get a little bit closer. I want to start firing once they get to maybe like 30. No, 30 is still... I mean, this is the line here. I mean, 30 is still too close. I need to wait for them to go and get even closer still. This is going to be tough, but I have faith in myself. Hopefully you guys have faith in me. And hopefully we survive this. Bushk! Gonna get the other missiles warmed up just in case. I don't know what, just in case of what necessarily, but I mean, just in case, you know. Can't be too cautious. I'm gonna see if I can get a 2-for-1 kill here. This is pretty much almost a game mechanic exclusive thing, you know, and you would never do this in real life, but I mean, we're gaming, so since we are gaming, I game. Alright, splash 1 target. Yep, splash 1 target. And here we go. I'm going to be trying to lock on to our second target here. Alright. Ooh, we might actually be able to get a double kill here. Because, come on, come on, come on. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right. Let's go. Awesome. That's splash 2. All right, we splashed both of them down. So we're currently at a double kill, which is great. We saved the batteries, so, I mean, I'd consider this a victory thus far. As we have successfully managed to avert the historical destruction of this battery, and we've killed 2 of them, when in reality killed 0. Alright. So you have gone ahead and bombed that target, if I'm not mistaken. You guys are heading out now. Go ahead and just times 4 it and to see kind of how things proceed. I'm gonna need to tell the missiles here they're gonna get cooled down. I don't... Ooh, we're gonna need to see here. We have some of these guys over there. I don't know where they are. I'm going to go ahead and move us back to our long range section here. Okay, those guys are going back now. So they're receding targets. I'm not going to be able to hit them. Oh, something happened. No, nothing happened. I don't know why I thought something happened. But sir, nothing ever happens. Oh, something actually did happen. Crazy how it works, isn't it? Alright. Alright, I'm gonna warm up the rest of our missiles. I don't know where these guys are going. I don't even know what direction we're... Okay, these guys are the people in the back who somehow managed to get themselves here. Kind of weird, honestly. I don't know what they're doing. Must have like gone kind of like around here and done something like that. I presume so. Okay, well, regardless, you guys are receding now, so I think that was pretty much it. Alright, so we got a pretty decent two kill salvo there when it comes down to it. Yep. A4E, attacking 10th Battery of the 5th Air Defense Missile Brigade, killed by Sam. And this one also killed by Sam. This one had a bigger kill distance at 26 meters. It was a little bit far, but, well, I'd say we did fairly well for ourselves. I mean, and of course, we only got 2 kills, but I mean, those are only 2 kills in range, and we successfully saved ourselves from dying, so I consider that a pretty good victory. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright. And finally, have here is the last... Unfortunately, the rest of these are never going to be completed since this project is deprecated now. But we got the last one here. So, 5:30 p.m., 2nd of July, 1970. The Israeli Air Force is attacking in 2 waves using F-4E and A-4 fighters. 3 air defense missile batteries opening fire. 5-3, 5-4, 5-13. Oh, did I screw up something up with the saying? Did I say F5E? Yes, yes, freedom fighters are coming in. Great. As if that's what we needed. But no hits are reported. The 5-3 battery is destroyed in the attack. Okay. So I don't know how many there are. Oh, I said 5:30 p.m. Okay. Well, I remember how, if I remember correctly, there's like a lot of them that are going to be coming in. Try to be the 5 dash. We'll see if we can act. If I remember correctly, this is one of those ones where there's just so many incoming fighters, just like you can't actually shoot them all down. But of course, I mean, I don't remember that. So the best way to discover that is doing it yourself. We'll do a little bit of exploration. Hello there, stand-up jamming. Alright. I do know that they're going to be coming in directly from north, so I've already aligned ourselves ready for that eventuality. We're going to be waiting here and seeing how things proceed. Alright, where are you, my good friends? Or, I guess, when you say bad friends, since you're going to be trying to kill me. And generally, I don't think that friends should kill other friends. I don't know. And that's kind of... It's kind of a good rule of thumb, you know? And if somebody's trying to kill you, they're probably not your friend. But, what do I know, you know? Alright. I know that these are the standoff jammers. They're not gonna be doing anything here. I think it's just 4 flights of 4? Or something like that? No, there's gonna be a lot of planes that are gonna be coming in very low to the ground here. You don't have all that much advanced warning, so I don't want to warm up my missiles too soon. So let's see this thing here. Come on. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong screen because you're going to take a little while for you to detect yourself on the move you a little bit further down. Oh hi. Well, good thing I did that because those are the friends in question. Those are getting caught at 40. I'm gonna go ahead and get all missiles active. I'm gonna go ahead and if I remember correctly, this is literally this scenario where it's just like you die the scenario. Because there's 8 of them. I mean, this is 2 flights of 4. I don't remember. I don't know if there's some of them that don't actually kill you, or some that won't actually try to kill you. But I mean, you can see here, this is a group of 4. This is a group of 4, and they're coming in very low. Yeah, it's not very survivable, but we shall do our best because I mean, historically, this battery did not survive this either. So I may very well consider it to be just that if I actually get a hit, because in real life they didn't, uh, then we kind of quote unquote pass this one here. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta pay it. Cool. All right, and we should be ready. Booshk. All right, fire 1. Fire 2. Alright, what I need to do here is a very tricky maneuver. I don't actually see our... Okay. Alright, I think we have two hits thus far. Alright. Alright, third hit. Come on, come on, come on! Let's go! 3 hits. Let's get ourselves some more hits here. After all, we do need it pretty desperately. As otherwise we're gonna die. Not yet. I mean, it is pretty miserable to actually go and do any hitting in these conditions. I think that's another... Alright, we got another hit. Oh, come on, move! Oh, right, you're jammed. But I got another hit, come on! Come on, kill him! Yes! Let's go. Alright. I think that we're dead though, regardless. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think that they've come to bomb us. But we did pretty good. Yep, that's the bomb. Very sad. But we did get 3 kills, I want to say. Oh, we only got... Okay. Oh, no! Okay, so what do we have here? So we have 1 kill. We have 1 hit. We have 2 kills. Okay, so we have 2 kills and 1 hit. Not bad, considering the fact that historically, they didn't get a single hit. And I got 2 kills. Do you want to do that one again? What do you guys say? Or do you think that I did pretty well? Yep, let's go for it again. All right. Okay, and we're going to be going back to our 5-3. All right. Awesome. Okay, we already have everything set up. And all that we need to do is get ourselves... We're going to be getting ourselves... There we go. Awesome. What's going on here? What? Oh, you got jammed somehow by... when you weren't supposed to be jammed. Fascinating. Okay. Well, you just hallucinated being jammed, but that's okay. Sure. Now, we just have the waiting game. Waiting for our good friends. I don't know why I keep on calling them friends. They're not my friends. They literally bond me in an alternate history, you know? They are not friends. They are most definitely not friends. Alright. I was waiting for them to appear at any moment now. Just making sure that things proceed well. This should be arriving fairly soon, all things considered. Just kind of waiting for them to appear. And of course, once they do appear, I'm going to start warming up those missiles, and once I warm up those missiles, things should proceed very well. But, I don't know, I like this... Oh, hi. I think that these are our friends. Yep, I think these are friends right here. Yep, we got them. Now, I'm going to wait a little bit. Because if I'm not mistaken, not all of these guys are actually going to go in for the kill. I think that this top group up here is specifically the group that's not going to be going for the kill. I don't quite remember, but I want to say this top group. Oh, I'm having a little bit of difficulty actually locking in onto that one there. Because if this one's going to lock onto the, oh, hi, you just got yourself jammed. All right. Okay, I guess we're going to be waiting a little bit for... Oh, so did I warm up those missiles? I didn't actually even warm up those missiles. That's a rookie mistake. I've never seen one there. All right. And I don't think that, probably going to withhold fire for a little bit before they, Oh, you're jammed, aren't you? Oh, you're jammed. Decidedly unideal. I'm gonna fire another one, but I don't think that there's gonna be enough time for it to actually lock on. He got jammed again, really? Yeah, I'm trying to go ahead and target specifically those that would bomb me. With this resolution and all that, I don't think I can actually do that. So I don't know if there's actually any way to actually save this specific... Yeah, I killed that one. Okay, I actually killed two. Okay. Unless that I killed the same one? No, I killed two. Okay, I consider this a win. I mean, I killed two again. So, considering the fact that historically this one got bombed, and I'm dealing with 8 aircraft all coming at me at the same time, and I only have 6 missiles at the ready anyway, so I mean, it's not really like that's going to be that much of a thing. So yeah, so I'm done with War of Attrition. So there we go. I can go to well, I'm actually only done with part of War of Attrition. That's Siri. Thank you, Siri, for being a spy. Very nice. Very cool. There aren't for all these scenarios previously stated. There's one for the SA-3 Goa as well, but we're going to be dealing with the SA-3 Goa next time after we're done with the SA-2F. I didn't actually anticipate us finishing. No, we didn't actually finish. We finished pretty much on time, really. Actually, let me go ahead and show you guys. I'll go and show you guys a little bit more about the different jammings. I mean, obviously we had the noise jamming earlier. This is range gate pulse. That's not call it. Ramrap. Yes, that's what ramrap is. Okay. Go ahead and put ourselves a F-104. I'm gonna do a B-52 if I can. Okay. So this is kind of the more advanced jamming methods that one might encounter. For the most part, a lot of these are kind of older methods. Is that nowadays, because of the fact that the surface or missile systems themselves use a lot more sophisticated radars, they simply... This is our target. So basically, RANRAP is a method of deceiving the way that the computer actually calculates range. Basically makes it fatter. That's the best way I can describe it. It makes it a lot fatter. The actual target itself, which can restrict it, especially when you're dealing with lead and when it comes to actually calculating at what time to actually start the radar proximity fuse. It can mess things up. I mean, it's a pretty basic, and it started off in the Vietnam War, really. I mean, that's kind of its era. But as one can see, I mean, the thing is, unfortunately, that in this system, you can't really zoom in very well. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on so that it goes on 11 seconds. And put it on 3-point. So this is standard anti-jamming methodology here. And we'll go ahead and see, unless I fire it from really far away, where it probably will not actually hit because of the fact that I fired it so far away. Why did I fire you so far? Oh, yeah, there we go. We got a little bit higher resolution. So now you can see here that it's kind of a bunch of little contacts kind of stacked on top of one another, which is really how it works fundamentally. It's kind of just taking abuse of the way that the system calculates range via radar returns to go and just kind of just create this big bubble. I'm just gonna lock onto the middle of it here, just kind of just like that. Just fire again. Only reason why that one missed was because of the fact that I fired at an extraordinarily far distance for some reason unknown to myself. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did that. I shouldn't have done that. I did it anyways. All right. You know, right? I did put it here specifically. It should, yeah. In this case, it was fairly easy for me to defeat because of the fact that I just simply went ahead and put it to 3-point, and I put it to 11 seconds. So it was gonna, but of course that introduces the fact that the radar proximity fuse is now active 11 seconds after it launches. So it might be restrictive on if there's things in the way, or if there's things like chaff, for example, that might be in the area. That generally is not very positive. Also, the fact that the 3-point has a much more restrictive launch envelope compared to lead. So that's a little thing on the advanced leading. So to recap, we successfully shot down a U-2 biplane piloted by Francis Gary Powers. We successfully hit a U-2 spy plane over Cuba during the Cuban Missile Crisis. And we successfully defended Cairo during the War of Attrition. I think that this is honestly pretty much it for today. I mean, for part one. Part two, we'll go ahead and, because I mean, if you look at this, we have all of this for linebacker 2, which is a lot. We have a lot for linebacker 2. And we're already dealing with 1 hour and 45 minutes, so we're already pretty long already. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the display capture. And let's go ahead and move on to our... I'm going to see who's online right now to raid, because I don't know who's online right now. No? I'll go ahead and see who is... That Scab might be? Scab probably is, but... okay, here. Who do we have? We're going to get a raid into Scab. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I intend to go and do this. I mean, I'm very much so a regular type of person. So I mean, I'm pretty much ready to do. Well, I'm going to be doing this pretty much every single Thursday at the same exact same time. I actually might go and move it a little bit earlier. I mean, I think that you guys would like that probably, right? I mean, I know that some of you guys are European. I know that Theta is European, if I'm not mistaken, from Germany. Or am I confusing that? Yeah. So I mean, like, it must be very late for you. I mean, it's yeah. Why are you even awake? Do you just not have anything for tomorrow, or are you just kind of no lifing it, or what's your situation right now? This is a bit very late for you in Europe. Neat hours. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, honestly. Right. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody who was here, everybody who chatted, everybody who lurked, and everybody who did everything in between. It was very fun, enjoyable, and I said that we did fairly well. I mean, we successfully did, and we successfully killed some good planes. And next time we're going to kill some bombers over Hanoi. And once we're done with that, we're gonna go and move on to our next system, and that's how things are gonna proceed.